Good day everyone! Today we'll be learning more about ephemeral nodes in Stormblood, how they work, where to find them, and how to gather their items efficiently. Ephemeral nodes are a special type of unspoiled gathering node, available to miners and botanists with a much longer active window. Once depleted, they can also be forced to respawn by tapping into two other nearby nodes, a strategy that is often utilized for continuous farming. Inside them, you will find items that can be gathered as collectibles, which can be broken down through ethereal reduction to obtain Aether Sand. The type of Aether Sand obtained varies depending on the item collected, as well as its collectability rating, or in this case, the purity level. Currently, Aether Sands are used in high-level crafting recipes, such as the item level 320 armor and weapons, and they are likely to be used for future crafts as well. Of course, just like with the other collectibles, a specific rotation is used to reach high purity levels, but the ability to respawn these nodes makes farming them more lenient. There are two types of preferred rotations, each one targeting a specific purity level. For the highest possible purity, we have the more complex 8 out of 8 rotation. By incorporating Impulsive Appraisal 2, it's possible to collect up to 2 items if the additional effect is triggered every time. Naturally, this is unlikely to happen often, so whenever the additional effect is not triggered, we drop to the line below, at the specified location. As long as at least one Impulsive Appraisal procs its Discerning Eye effect, it's possible to collect at least one item at the end of the rotation. However, if Impulsive Appraisal does not trigger its effect at all, I suggest respawning the node for another fresh attempt. Now, for the more simple-minded like myself, an alternate, more basic, but still efficient rotation exists. By combining the usage of Discerning Eye with Instinctual Appraisal, it's possible to reach at least 6 out of 8 purity, the desired threshold for obtaining Aether Sand. And thanks to the unstable nature of Instinctual Appraisal, it's also possible to reach 7 or even 8 out of 8 purity at times, but it's not a guarantee. Lastly, it's important to mention that either of these rotations are only bound to work if the minimum amount of perception has been reached, which, for basic level 70 nodes, is at least 900 perception, and for level 70 1-star nodes, is at least 1000 perception. The new Impulsive Appraisal 2 also scales with your perception, so the more you have, the better it'll perform. As mentioned before, ephemeral nodes last significantly longer than regular unspoiled nodes, remaining active for 12 minutes or 4 in-game hours each. Starting at midnight with Almandine and Torreya branch at the locks, followed by Domaniello and Shorl at the Esm Steppe, and finally Perlite and Wind Tea Leaves at Yanxia, before looping back around. As usual, I strongly recommend using your favorite tracking website, such as Garland Bell, to help keep track of these nodes and be notified when they become active. And lastly, it's worth mentioning that reducible fish do exist, but their method of collection differs greatly from mining and botany, so it's best we save that for another time.